Today, God has a message for you. My beloved child, I want to remind you of the amazing potential that lives within you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in my image and destined for greatness. I have placed unique gifts, talents, and dreams in your heart, waiting to be realized, unleashed. Don't forget that what you say, do, and choose can have a big effect on the people around you. You have the power to bring hope, healing, and change to the people you meet. Accept your role as a light bearer and let your life shine brightly when things get hard, know that I am with you. I am your power when you are weak and your shelter when things go wrong. Allow yourself to be supported by me, and I will give you the knowledge, courage, and toughness to handle any problem that comes your way. Do not let mistakes or failures get you down. They are just chances to learn and grow. Adopt an attitude of persistence and toughness. You can get back on your feet after failing with more drive if you trust that I can turn your trials into victories. Take the time to feed your soul with prayer, praise, learning my word, and being in my presence. You will find direction. Let my truth guide your thoughts and actions, and let my love fill every part of your life and overflow onto those around you. Surround yourself with other believers who will support and encourage you. Together, you can push each other toward love and good deeds. Cheer each other on, share your successes and struggles, and pray for each other. In unity, you will find strength and a new sense of purpose. Don't compare yourself to others or try to meet society's standards of success. You are not valuable because of what you have done, what you own, or what other people say about you. You are valuable because you are my child and walking in the fullness of your identity in me. Celebrate your uniqueness and the journey I have set out for you. When doubt and fear try to stop you, remember that I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Trust in my promises and step out in faith. The plans I have for you are greater than you can imagine. Trust in my leadership because I will never steer you wrong. Most of all, remember that I love you with an everlasting love. My love for you is not based on your performance or merit. It is based on my unchanging nature. You are my precious child, and I delight in you. Let my love be the fuel that ignites your passion, purpose, and perseverance today. Count on my strength and let go of your fears. You are strong, you were picked, and you have a special gift to give the world. What I'm about to reveal is not casual. It is not light, and it cannot be ignored. This is a final warning, a last appeal from heaven, a desperate plea from the depths of my eternal heart to yours. If you turn away from this term, you will miss what I am about to say. If you disregard it as ordinary, you risk missing out on the blessing, protection, and breakthrough that have been prepared for you in this hour. Don't make that mistake. This is the sound of heaven pounding on your soul's door, and your response will determine your fate forever. I need my child to realize this. The world may convince you that messages are common, words are cheap, and nothing you hear is truly unique. But with the power of the eternal King, I assure you that this word is different. I didn't bring you here just to keep you entertained. I brought you here because you're at an important crossroads, and the decision you make after listening to what I have to say will really influence your future. That's why I talk about this with so much urgency. Go ahead and drop this in the comments as a show of faith. Father, I'm here and ready to listen. Feel free to say it, my dear. Show heaven that you're really serious about getting this. It really makes me happy to see you respond and engage with what I'm saying, even in these little moments. Hey, this isn't just a random thing happening. You're listening to my voice for a reason. Try to stay focused and avoid any distractions at the moment. Your response to my call carries a lot of weight, doesn't it? Heaven's sending out a little heads up about your life because time is moving faster than you realize. If you've been asking for a sign or hoping for an answer, well, here it is. I've got something special for you, an important message just for you. Just hang tight because I'm about to share something you really need to know. There might be a little part of you that's curious if this is really meant for you. Trust me, it really is. Out of billions of souls, I really know you well. I can see you at this moment. I created you. I brought you to life. I've been right there with you, following every step you take. I haven't missed a single moment of your life. When I say I have a word for you, I really mean it. It's for you. If you feel that truth bubbling up inside you, don't brush it off. If you can feel my presence reaching your heart right now, let me know that you're receiving it. This is your special appointment, set in stone long before you took your very first breath. I set this time aside for you, and you're here, listening to me right now. Do you feel it? The vibe around you feels really intentional. As you sit there, just know that my spirit is all around you, gently stirring your heart and waking up your soul. Get ready for some changes in your life that you might not be able to see just yet. It might seem a bit tucked away right now, but pretty soon it's going to shine through like the morning light. I'm chatting with you now to help you get ready. I just want to give you this heads up because I care about you too much to let you face what's ahead without being ready or having someone by your side. This isn't just another message. This is a real lifesaver. Make sure to take it seriously. Just dive right in and embrace it fully. What's coming up next is going to change everything. The enemy realizes his time is running out, and he's throwing out every trick, every distraction, and every fake light he can muster to pull hearts away from me. He provides fast fixes, empty promises, and fleeting joys that disappear in a flash, leaving just a sense of emptiness afterwards. My child, don't let yourself get fooled by anyone. That's why I'm giving you this heads up so urgently. You've got to hold on to me more than ever. You've got to let your roots dig deep into my word, my presence, and my truth. That's the only way you'll be able to handle what's ahead. Loss is going to happen. You'll notice folks losing what they believed was safe. Some people are going to lose their wealth. Some people are going to lose their positions. Some people will end up losing the relationships they held on to tightly. Some people might even find themselves losing the illusions that shaped their identity. Even though these losses will bring sadness, they will also lead to new insights. When the false foundations crumble, that's when the true foundation comes to light. I'm the one who lays the groundwork. I'm like a rock that just won't budge. I'm like the shelter in a storm, the tower that stays strong when everything else falls apart. If you stay connected to me, you won't be thrown off, even when everything around you is shaking. If you stick with me, you'll find peace even when the world is in chaos. If you hold onto my hand, you'll be lifted above the flood, kept safe, and carried to safety. But if you put your trust in what the world has to offer, you might end up feeling shaky, falling apart, and breaking just like it does. That's why I want to emphasize how important it is to take this word seriously. This is your last warning before things start to shake more. Can't you see the signs yet, my child? Can you believe the confusion that's spreading everywhere? It's like good is being called evil and evil is being called good. Don't you see how truth gets mocked while lies are celebrated? Don't you notice how hearts seem to be getting colder, compassion fading away, and love being swapped out for selfishness and greed? These things aren't just happening by chance. Those are definitely signs of the times. They show that what I've said is happening right in front of you. I mentioned that there would be conflicts and talk of conflicts. I mentioned that we'd see pestilence, famine, and some earth-shaking events coming our way. I mentioned that there would be false prophets, misleading lights, and deception that could lead even the chosen astray if they're not careful. These things are happening right now. They're not far-off predictions. They're things we deal with right now, and that's why heaven is ringing the bell. We'd love your support for our channel. Our goal is to spread light and happiness in your life and help you connect with a deeper sense of devotion and reverence for God. If you're feeling grateful for these messages, feel free to show your love by hitting the super thanks button down below. I'm not reaching out to make you feel scared. Fear isn't something I bring. I'm reaching out to get you ready. I'm reaching out to you for some guidance. I want you to really anchor yourself in me because storms are on the way, and only those who are rooted in me will be able to stand strong. Imagine a tree, my dear. When storms hit, the trees with shallow roots can get knocked over pretty easily. They might seem strong at first glance, tall and beautiful, but when the winds pick up and the rain starts pouring, they can fall pretty fast because their roots just aren't deep enough. But you know, the trees with deep roots, the ones that dig down into the soil and hold on tight beneath the surface, they're the ones that can really weather the storm. They might flex a bit, but they won't snap. They might tremble, but they won't go down. You've got to be like that tree that's grounded in me, pulling strength from my presence, fed by my spirit, and standing strong through the storms. Looks like the storms are on their way. It's going to rattle everything that can be rattled. If you stay connected to me, you'll stick around. You've got this. You'll get through it. You're not just going to get by. You'll really stand out as proof of my loyalty in a world that seems to have lost its hope. I can sense the shaking of nations, the growth of deceit, and the echoes of loss that will resonate across the world. I'm just giving you a heads up so you won't be caught off guard. I'm reaching out to encourage you to get ready, not out of fear but with faith, not in a panic but through prayer, and not in despair but with devotion. It's not about collecting things that won't last. It's about filling your heart with my words that will always endure. Your focus shouldn't be on what the world values, but rather on staying close to me, the one who holds eternity. When the shaking happens, the only thing that will really count is your foundation in me. Let all your fears fade away with this truth. I haven't forgotten about you, my child. I've noticed your tears. I've seen what you've been going through. I've been right there with you in those tough battles that felt like too much to bear. I've gathered every sigh, every whispered prayer, and all those moments you felt went unnoticed. You're mine. Even when you had your doubts, even when you wondered if I had turned away from you, I was right there, closer than your own heartbeat, watching over you, protecting you, and preparing you for the season that's now ahead. Come on, Jesus is all I need if he fills every gap in my life. My feelings for you haven't changed, no matter what you're going through. It doesn't fade away when you trip up. It hasn't backed down when you stumbled. My love stays the same, strong and steady on Gandale. Trust is all about believing that God has our best interests at heart, that his timing is spot on, and that his plans are meant to help us, not to hurt us. Trust is all about releasing that urge to control things and instead opting to rely on his wisdom. Abraham had faith in God when he set off from his homeland, not even knowing where he was headed. He had faith in God when he raised the knife above his son Isaac, convinced that God would find another solution. When you have that level of trust, it leads to a kind of obedience that's pretty remarkable, and that kind of obedience brings about some truly amazing blessings. God's just waiting for you to trust him. When you really put your trust in him, you won't hold back or hesitate to listen to what he has to say. You reply right away, feeling sure that he won't let you down. Coming back to God's presence is really the ultimate goal for every believer. Sometimes it feels like sin, distractions, and all the everyday worries can really take us off track, making us feel spiritually dry and a bit distant. But God is always right there with us. He's just hanging out, waiting for us to come back. You know, the story of the prodigal son really nails this idea down. The dad stood back, keeping an eye out, eager to wrap his arms around his son as soon as he came back. The son returned feeling broken and ashamed. The father welcomed him back with love, respect, and a big celebration. This shows how God feels about everyone who goes off track. He's just hanging out, waiting for you to return, not to judge you, but to welcome you back with open arms, ready to help you heal and start fresh. When we feel the presence of God, that's where we discover peace, joy, clarity, and strength. Life just feels a bit empty without him around. regardless of the level of success we reach. But when we come back, everything else just seems to fall into its right spot. God's waiting isn't just sitting around, it's love in action. Every day He gives us breath, He's offering us another chance to follow, to have faith, and to come back. He takes His time to guide us with His words, communicates through His Spirit, and sends us little reminders through the situations we face and the people we meet. He's constantly reaching out, always calling, always finding ways for us to come closer. His waiting shows just how much He loves us. He doesn't push us. Instead, He lets us choose how to respond. True love has to be a choice. Otherwise, it just isn't real love. So, He's just hanging around, waiting for us to be ready to let go willingly. Even when we take our time, He's still right there with us. But you know, the longer we hold off, the more we miss out on all the amazing things He really wants to share with us. When you put off obedience, you're also putting off your blessings. If you hold back trust, you're also holding back peace. Being away from Him feels like living a life that lacks the depth and vibrancy He created for us. Once we decide to embrace obedience, trust, and make our way back, that's when everything starts to shift. Doors that were once closed suddenly swing open. It's interesting how battles that once felt impossible start to change. As confusion and fear start to fade away, clarity and confidence step in to fill the space. When we stay obedient, it really helps us grow spiritually and keeps us in sync with what God wants for us. When we trust, it really strengthens our faith. It helps us look past what's happening around us and focus on the truth of God's promises. Being with Him really fills that void that nothing else, no success, no connection, and no material thing could ever truly fill. This is why God waits. He knows that our deepest joy and fulfillment can only be found in Him. Even the tiniest act of following through can have a lasting impact. So, Peter decided to throw his net out one more time after a tough night with no luck, and guess what? He ended up catching so many fish that it totally changed his life. The disciples decided to stick around in Jerusalem after Jesus ascended, and that choice set them up perfectly to experience the amazing outpouring of the Holy Spirit at Pentecost. When you trust God enough to take that first step, it opens the door to experiences that can really shape your destiny. Coming back to Him, even after all those years of exploring, brings back everything that was missing. God isn't keeping track of how long you've been gone. He's just hanging out, ready to greet you as soon as you look His way. God's taking His time because He knows things you might not be aware of. He understands the risks that following the rules can keep you safe from. He understands the good things that trust can bring. He understands the healing, strength, and transformation that come with His presence. He's not waiting for His own gain. He's doing it for you. He sticks around because He cares about you too much to just walk away and leave you in your current situation. He's waiting because He has some great plans in store for you, plans filled with hope and a bright future. He's waiting because He really wants a deeper connection with you, something that's not just about routine, but about love, intimacy, and letting go. You know, life really is too short to keep God waiting around forever. Every day is a gift, and each moment we decide to overlook His call is a moment we'll never get back. The blessings you've been praying for might just be ready and waiting for you to take that step of obedience. The peace you're looking for might just be right there, waiting for you to trust it. The closeness with God that you're looking for might already be there, just waiting for you to come back. He's waiting, not feeling angry but full of love, not disappointed but excited for what's to come. So, the big question is, are you going to keep putting this off, or are you ready to respond? Today, God is looking forward to your willingness to follow His guidance. Have faith and come back to Him. You'll discover everything your soul has been looking for in that place. Being obedient opens the door to blessings that no one can take from you. When you have trust, it creates a sense of peace that nothing can disturb, no matter how rough things get. He brings a sense of fulfillment that nothing else can provide. God's waiting shows how much He loves you, and how you respond shows how much you love Him back. Don't put off something that could really change your life for the better. Embrace obedience, let go, and trust as you return to His presence, where joy is full and life feels fresh again. This is what God has been looking forward to. This is what will lead you to fully embrace His plan for your life in the end. It's pretty straightforward. God's love takes its time. His mercy knows no bounds, and He's still waiting for you to respond to the call He has for your life. Don't let distractions, fear, or procrastination take away the blessings and spiritual growth that are waiting for you. Go for obedience instead of hesitating. Go with trust instead of doubt, and pick being with Him instead of being far away. When you go back to Him, you'll find everything you've been searching for, a sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment that has always been there with Him. God is close by. He's here, ready to welcome you and guide you into an amazing time of breakthrough and transformation. I really appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me today. I hope this message resonates with you, reminds you of God's unwavering love, and inspires you to take that step of faith and trust. Keep your faith strong, stay close to His word, and don't forget, you're never alone. God is always there for you. Wishing you all the best. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next message. Thanks for tuning in, and take care.